nearing the finish line. So this particular machine was essentially put together after chassis getting powder coated within 40 days. The entire thing from scratch. So we went through, we've got the winch, we got reinstalled, we got the fuel filler neck, fuel tank, we replaced both dual fuel pumps. I wired in the fuel pumps, one into the OEM harness, one is accessory flip up. We've got heavier duty upgraded brakes and brake calipers from Evo Performance. We've got ZRP knuckles with our heavy duty Heims. We've got the shock to lower control arm or lower A arm set up. This one's from CT Raceworks, all welded and beefed up bracing and gussets. Been spending 10 to 12 or more hours a day here. That's just a random zip tie, but like, check this out. That's a pretty nice little bolt locking system. Excuse me. We got Heims on these. I still got to tighten these guys down. Went through, checked the alignment. Everything's fine there. Let out the brakes. Let's see. The shocks were rebuilt. That was from G-Boost. Gary Hinckley. Thank you very much. This is our wrap we've got going on. Eastern side-by-sides. Anderson Racing. King of Hammers 2024. So basically what we've got going on here is our entire system is wired up to a kill switch right here. This one is for the helmet ventilation system, which I've also tied in and flush cut with zip ties. This bit is for the communication system. So you've got both those. It's a push to talk system, telescope and steering and O-shit handle. We've got this gauge, which is not bright enough in here right now. This gauge is going to be for the fuel pressure, and then we'll do one for the belt temp. We've got strobe light, auxiliary fuel pump, all the OEM harness related things that could be relevant. We got our communications related devices. Start, blank this off. We stuck a gear grabber shifter in here. It took a little bit of modifications to get that set up. Got push to talk on the steering wheel for the driver's side. Get around to that. I'll get back there in a second. Hold on. So we've got window nets on both sides now. The livery system, or livery wrap up top. I've still got to mount the secondary fire extinguisher. So I've got the key fob right there, which will be secured. Let's see, on this side, we've got our nets. So basically, coming from the inside here, the lift and drop. In the event you need to get out nice and quick. And it's put on a Heim, so that way you can pivot the way it needs to. That is the filtration system, or breather system for the helmets. So, on the driver's side, we got a communications device, push to talk. We've got our key fob. We've got our 6-point harness. Same thing here. It's coming on the left side. OEM. This is the OEM fuse box, and we've got a secondary one right up here on this here flip panel. Oh yeah. Look at all that. So it's taken a lot of time to wire all this up. That box there is for noise cancellation. We've got a couple of relays wired in. Some of the other stuff we've had to relocate. The fuel tank is sitting underneath all of that, tucked in there nicely. Let's see, we've got some modules that have been relocated. One here, and then one back here. Warn wrench, quick access. Gotta love that. Get a button, just cover it up. So this is the livery movement on back. We've got these tires that, well, these wheels that we'll be racing with. The tires we're going to change up. Onto the back, where the magic happens. So right now, We've got a cleaned up harness. We've got a catch can. This catch can is for the gearbox, right back there. The gearbox, as well as the front diff. I actually went through, routed all the wiring through there, or the plumbing through there, to, in the event that I roll over, that this machine rolls over, it actually drains into this this catch can. I've got one on the other side for coolant. The fuel system is sealed, with the exception of the rollover ball in the front that has a hose routed around. It's actually tucked in quite nicely. Right down here, it makes a long path on around here, snakes on around the back. It's a little janky, but you know, it's a very long path for that fuel to travel in the event that it had to. So we kind of got like a V-mount setup going on here. We redone some coolant lines, got a thermostat in place. So we got upgrade clutches, clutch housing. We've got quick pull stud kit, quick release fire extinguisher. These are the AN fittings. This stuff right here is supposed to be like heat resistant. So because we're kind of running a little bit close to the exhaust, I definitely don't want the heat to actually cook those coolant lines. So just being protective about that. I actually use OE Tiker clamps as much as possible with some of the service points every now and then. So you'll see a lot of my clamps have OE Tiker clamps. I really like them. They're one-time use deal, but they work really well. Got some boost tubes, O2 sensor, nice, neatly tucked up. Everything's out of the way of everything. The nice thing is, I still got a little bit more wiring to go, but underneath the skid plate has not been put on yet. So I've got like this big old metal panel here, one on the other side as well. All these are M8 rove nuts. I love metric. It makes life so much easier. I can use the factory stuff. So we've got a beefy upgrade drive shaft. Gonna look back here. Got a little clamp that holds that in place in a greaser. It's a CV style. It runs on up. Everything. Let's see. So I'm gonna get some light. Nope, I can't get light. So basically, everything is hose clamped into place up in here and routed away from anything that's going to be moving or potentially going to make contact. We got a great pillow block welded on front plate that someone else did, and we kind of dressed up. The thing is that when we got it, they welded on this big old beefy massive plate, and it was great and all, but they did not put a hole in there. So now I've got my drain plug hole, and I've actually did the fluid change on it already. Worked out quite well. But aside from that, I've got an awful lot going on with this thing. So we're nearing the finish line, thank God, because we're about to head out to California here real soon. Is end of the line, but I just wanted to take a little video of this and share the work that we've done to it and kind of what all the rundown is. This is the fuel fill system. You've got a dump valve that actually press that sucker in and allow fuel flow to fill the gas tank up. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for checking it out.